Yo ho ho, welcome to yet another edition of Don Mafia Live, the show that goes every single Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST that brings you the latest breaking NFL news and right accompanied with the best amateur analysis in the game. What is going on, everybody? My name is Dan Mitchell and happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I think this is like the 10th or the 11th show in a row. So for those of you that are coming back, thank you so much. I'm definitely trying to make sure that this offseason goes as fast as humanly possible. Like me as a Bills fan, I'm absolutely pumped that the rookie mini camp is already over. If you are a Bills fan, I did just drop a video that sort of highlighted some of the craziest storylines that came through the entire situation. So if you want to check that out, let me know. Tomorrow's show is going to be interesting. I have a good friend of mine, Quincy Carrier. He is a Cleveland Browns fan. He's going to be coming on and he's going to be giving me his record prediction, exactly what he perceives from the Cleveland Browns. I will tell you what, I mean, honestly, that team, I think everybody is disrespecting that team. They had one of the quietest, most successful off seasons this year, I would say. That AFC North, I'm telling you what, man. Everyone's talking about the AFC East. I think the AFC North is also something that needs to be in the conversation, or rather the AFC North, obviously, right? Like they have the Ravens, the Bengals, the Browns. Who knows? We're talking about it, baby. We're talking about it. But like I said, today I have a very good friend of mine, Clay Ropp from Pantherology. And so him and I normally get in these debates when it comes down into like quarterback tiers, who's elite, who's trash, who's mid. So on today's episode, we're going to be going through an NFL QB tier maker, and it's including the rookies, yes. And we're going to be giving you exactly what we are thinking, how we are going to make that happen. Before I dive into it, though, I do need to give a giant shout out to today's sponsor, and that just so happens to be the Monza Sleep Mask. So I'm not sure about you guys, but I am a very, very light sleeper. I'm saying that even if there is light peeking out of the cracks of my door, I'm tossing and turning until 2 or 3 a.m. Very difficult for me to get any sort of REM sleep. It takes me at least an hour and a half and 3 cups of coffee for me to get my day going. But since I started using this thing, REM sleep activated, baby. REM sleep activated. Like, dude, man, like I'm passed out. I'm blind. I can't see shit. It's great for naps. It's a great mask. It's a great gift for anybody as well. Say that you have like a birthday coming up, a friend, a mother, father, who knows, somebody that you know that just can't sleep to save their damn lives. The Monza Sleep Mask. Go check this out. That information is in my description in case you wanted to think of something pretty cool. But guys, listen, I definitely appreciate you hopping in. Like I said, this is going to be the tier making episode. We're going to figure out exactly where each and every single NFL QB stands. And I couldn't do it without my boy, Clay Ropp from Pantherology.
What's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, dude, I'm doing good. I appreciate you fitting me in your schedule, my friend. I really do. I couldn't do this by myself. Otherwise, I'd be sitting here talking to myself and like zero, like sort of the contradictions of my takes.
Yeah.
So
no, I totally understand. Yeah, you can't just sit there and do it yourself, especially in these kind of situations, especially when you're talking about quarterbacks. You gotta have a little bit of debate there.
Yeah, no. I definitely do. So what are you thinking about all those memes of Bryce Young like being behind the offensive line in training camp?
I mean, some of them made me laugh, but like some of them, like, man, you know, it's like saying the same fat joke over and over again. It sooner or later just gets old after a while.
Hey, man, listen. Like, I mean, honestly, for all we know, that's the next Drew Brees in the making.
Right.
We have absolutely no idea how it's going to play out.
Yeah, as long as it's not another Kyler Murray, I don't need a mad midget on my team, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hopefully he doesn't run as entertainingly as Kyler Murray does.
Right.
I thought I saw something saying that like when Kyler Murray runs, it's like when a toddler like steals something from you and like he's just like scurrying around the house. as much as he can. But I mean, we're gonna have to see. So Clay, listen, you and I, we've had this conversation several times. Normally, it's you and I at a bar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Normally, it's you and I at a bar. We're sitting here trying to say, hey, man, this is the elite tier. This is the great tier. This is the good tier. So I figure there's quite a bit of quarterbacks here, some of which should probably be backups at this point. But I mean, honestly, I just want to go through each and every single one and let's just rank these dudes, man. Let's put them where they have to be. All right. Starting off, we're just going to go left to right. I have your boy, Sam Darnold.
Right.
Who I know you're very high on. You're calling him to actually start for the 49ers this year.
I am.
We have the elite tier. We have the great tier. We have the good tier. We have the mid tier. We have the rookie tier and the trash tier.
I mean, a lot of people are probably going to say put him at trash, right? I mean, the man sees ghosts. We've seen we've seen what he's done with the Jets, but I think the Jets destroyed this man. Honestly, I mean, during that time, I think that organization absolutely ruined a quarterback that could have been an elite quarterback. And in my opinion, I think he's got all the tangibles and the IQ to do so. But I think just the fact that he's going to be on the 49ers, I think you have to put him at least mid. I mean, and I'm not saying, I wouldn't put him at trash or rookie because he's not a rookie. So you can't, and it's either mid or trash, right? Like that's the only one you can put him at. So I think he has a chance to be mid. And I think also, if you think about it last year, he started the last 7 games and he had, he was a top 5 QBR rating the last 7 games of the year.
Got it. Well, I could definitely agree with you. I feel like injuries have definitely screwed him. I think Adam Gase, sort of put him in a position where he just can't ever recover from. I'm interested to see what he can do with the 49ers because, frankly, that team is so damn good. I really think that they're going to be able to bring out the best in him. I mean, they have, every quarterback in the NFL, on that damn roster, it seems.
Yeah.
6 damn quarterbacks at this point. But I think mid would make sense.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to change the rookie tier to, what's better than trash but worse than mid? Say that we had to, give it – a tier name.
Can we say basic?
Basic is basic more offensive than mid? Chat.
I don't know.
What's more offensive than mid, but what's less offensive than trash? So I'm just waiting on some Dolphins fan to go in here and put Josh Allen or something.
Well, they're already
call it the Josh Allen tier or something. Huh?
I'm already seeing people in the chat saying some Dolphin fans saying you got to put Tua at elite, but
Oh, dude, we're going to get to Tua. He's on this list. Okay, so what I think I'm going to change it to right now is not garbage, but flaccid, right? Mid, flaccid.
Mediocre, average. I think that's also good.
Yeah, this could also be a tier list.
Normal.
No, never mind. Normal. Okay, Jim says Matt. All right, Matt. Yeah, I like that too. Mid is Matt. Okay, cool.
Okay.
That's no longer the rookie tier. Okay, so far we have Sam Darnold at the mid category.
Yeah.
Geno Smith, who had a great year, dude got the bag, never really had much of a shot. Is it Pete Carroll or is it Geno Smith? Some might say it's Pete Carroll because we all saw what happened when Russell Wilson ended up changing teams and went over to Denver. That's still up for debate at this point, but Geno, I like him, man. I'm not sure if I would put him in elite or great. I'm looking at him right now going into the season 2023. I'm putting him at the good category. He gets the job done. He still has some gas in the tank. Still has that arm.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. I mean, I think the Seahawks are going to be very, very good this year. They added on that Ohio State wide receiver. They get Kenneth Walker back. Then they also upgraded on the defense and their secondary, which is what they needed to do. They were terrible against the run last year, but pretty decent against the pass. I mean, and Geno still, put out, great numbers. So I expect them to take a step up, but I think Geno will still just be as good as he was last year.
Yeah, same here. I think that we're on agreement with this one. Okay. All right. So now comes the Bailey Zappi. And, dude, I feel like you and I can be on the same page. Trash, dude. I have no idea why anybody would want that man starting quarterback over Mac Jones.
Yeah, just go ahead and put him there.
Dude. There's no debate, man. There's no debate. Like Patriots fans are so impatient. Like ever since Brady left, like they expect like, the quarterback to go out there and like just be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like after the second quarter of Week 3.
Yeah, just
like,
y'all got to take your time, man. I mean,
he's ass. He's ass. That and like the Pats had damn Matt Patricia calling offensive plays last year. Like who the fuck made that call?
Yeah, that's call to me to this day makes no sense to me.
Oh, Bailey Zappi, Jordan Love, man, we don't know anything about this guy.
No, you can go ahead and put him trash. That dude is absolutely. I don't know why the Packers think this kid's going to be anything good, but
trash already.
I just I don't see nothing coming out of this kid.
Man, why do I feel like that? It's tough because I feel like the past 3 quarterbacks, right? Like Rodgers, Favre, and then Brett Starr, they've only had 3 quarterbacks in a damn 30, 40 year period. And they just mesh well with that organization. Yeah. I think let's compromise and put him at meh because he's got a lot to prove. If he can bring the Packers,
he's got upside. Don't get me wrong. He's definitely got upside.
His
upside is very high. I just don't think he's going to be that good. He's more him and Trey Lance. I think are just basically the same quarterback. I don't like either one of them, but yeah, we'll put him at meh. I'll agree. We'll see what happens.
Let's put him at meh. Okay. Yeah. We'll put him at meh right now. We'll figure out what's going on. Lamar Jackson. Okay, this is going to be up for debate right here. This is going to be up for debate. I think he's great. Great quarterback, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think the best ability you could have, and this sounds like someone from Fox Sports or ESPN, and people go, "Oh man, you're just fucking ripping that take off." But it's common sense. The best ability is availability, right? It's availability.
Yeah.
So I can't put him at elite because of that alone, but I can't put him at good because he's a hell of a lot better than good.
Right.
I'm leaning toward great.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
I think that if you watch Lamar Jackson, I think he's great. I don't think he's elite. The reason why I do believe that the best ability is availability, correct. But I think for me, if you watch their playbook and you watch their games, he's not throwing balls like Pat Mahomes down the field. You don't see any Josh Allen throws, down the field. They dink and dunk. And that's the way their playbook is played around him. So I think he's great. I don't think he's elite. I think he does have a great arm. Don't get me wrong. I think he's definitely got a great arm. I think he can definitely throw the ball down the field with the best of them. But just for me, I just think that when it comes to, these elite quarterbacks, there's just something different about Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes. And we'll get into those guys here soon. But I put him at great. I just think that he's just a check down kind of guy and runs the ball.
Yeah. I would say that I would agree with that as well. I think he's in the great tier, and the only thing that's holding him back, this year I'm excited to see him actually have some solid weapons at his disposal, right?
Yeah, we'll see if Odell's the same Odell, if he still has some, left in the tank, and then, can Bateman step up again a little bit more, and can Mark Andrews stay healthy?
Yeah, exactly. And see if OBJ still has a knee
at
this point. Right. So I would definitely have to agree with you at 24. Joe Burrow's elite. Let's be real.
Yeah. I've even considered him at one point the best QB in the league. So.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah, I think that the reason why I think Joe Burrow is better than Pat Mahomes is because if you watch Pat Mahomes throw, their dink and dunk offense too. When Tyreek Hill, was he bombing the ball down the field? Yeah, that's when he had, because he could do so. But, the only person that he tosses it, 20, 30 yards plus, is to Kelsey. But, that you have to do more. And I feel like even Jalen Hurts did more because he has the weapons. He can throw it up to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and those guys, but, I don't know. Just the way that I feel like part of me also feels that with the Kansas City Chiefs, that Pat Mahomes is elite, but at the same time, I think if Andy Reid wasn't there, he wouldn't be as good.
Ooh. And so same argument, with Burrow as well. could be like, would he be the same if he still had Jamar Chase?
Yeah, I mean, we can debate that too. Absolutely.
Exactly. It's all like what is at your disposal. And this
Mhm.
year, I think is going to be very telling on Patrick Mahomes because really outside of Travis Kelce, their wide receiver number one is MVS, right? So like,
Yeah.
I think that we're going to learn a lot. I think
Yeah.
we're going to learn a lot about Patrick Mahomes this year.
Oh, yeah.
If we haven't already. Somebody in the chat actually ended up giving me a really good strategy for the tiers. I ended up making a prove it tier, and then I put the meh tier under prove it, and then it's trash. Okay. So whoever said that, thank you so much. And by the way, chat, listen, go on ahead. Once we get to these quarterbacks, please sound off in the chat of where you think which tier they should be on. Definitely helps us out.
Yeah.
I'm noticing a lot of faces I'm not seeing, so I'm assuming that they're either backups or like third string. So I think we're just gonna like move forward exclusively with starters from here.
That's fine.
CJ Stroud, Houston Texan. Now, I mean, we don't know anything about this guy.
I think we just have to put him at prove it, really, right?
Yeah. Like, I mean, like I would say like vast majority of rookies are probably going to be going at the prove it tier. The fact that he scored like an 18% on his cognitive test is not ideal.
No.
But I mean, we'll see what's going on. Like this guy, he's without a doubt. He is without a doubt going to be the starter on week 1.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, unless they decide to keep Davis, Davis Mills in there or whatever, and they let CJ sit. I mean, it's kind of really up to what that who's their head coach? Who did the Houston get? The defensive coordinator from
San Francisco.
What's his name?
Oh my god!
I always forget his name. I know he is. I know he is, but it's like I always hate that. It's like you know who the guy's name is, but you always forget. Like you see his face.
Houston Texans head coach. That is Ryans.
Oh, okay. DeMeco Ryans. That's right.
DeMeco Ryans. I'm excited to see what he can do with this team. I really am.
Yeah, me too. So I think it all depends on what DeMeco wants to do and what he sees this offseason. I think that if he wants to sit CJ Stroud, let him learn and let him develop that way, or just go ahead and throw him out there. Some guys develop better sitting a year. Some guys develop better going ahead and getting right into it. And it also tells you, did you get a boom or bust there?
Yeah. No. Yeah, I definitely understand. Next up, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. Mr. Irrelevant. This guy's kind of hard for me to rank right now because dude, it's like really hard to judge a quarterback based off of that San Francisco 49ers team, man. It is.
It is because he's got so many. If you're a quarterback there, you have so many weapons. It's not even fair. I wouldn't put Brock Purdy good. I still think that you would need to put him at prove it because of the fact that he played for the 49ers, and he played well. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, he got him to the playoffs. It's just that I feel that he needs, if he went, so I want to see if he goes somewhere else and how well he does.
Yeah, that, and then I also want to see what he does coming off that injury because he's not going to be ready until after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I mean,
he's not going to be ready.
Anybody looks good in that Shanahan system, man.
Anybody
looks good in that Shanahan
system. And so I feel like me and you would look good in that system. Oh, yeah. Matt Staffy. I've always been a Stafford guy.
I've always been a Stafford guy myself. I don't think
I'd put him at great. Now, it's the great and good tier for me. If there was a middle line that I could stick Stafford between great and good, I would do it.
I think that it depends on how he comes back from this injury. And so I think for me, he's been great for years. And he didn't get enough credit when he was at Detroit. So let's all be honest here.
No, absolutely not.
And especially what he dealt with and taking that team. I'm going to still put him at great. I think it just also depends on how he does with this injury. I think it all depends on how he comes back and can he still be Matthew Stafford throwing bullets across the middle, to these guys and, making plays with that arm of his. Because
Yeah.
I think he's always been a top 5 quarterback in the league since he's gotten here.
Yeah. And this year, like, will be very telling as well because who the hell do the Rams have this year?
Yeah.
Like years and years and years of like shifting off their first round picks and just like paying guys buttloads of money. Like they're going to be in a rebuild for the next like 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah. And so I'm not going to lose sleep over that.
No.
Mac Jones, baby. And so I'm going to prove it with this one, in my opinion. Like we said recently with Zappy, he's the only backup that's making this list because there's way, like, I mean, I see Colt McCoy on this list.
Right.
Still in the league. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Mac Jones, man, like I said, I want to get a prove it this year as well from him just because, like, his first year was good. I mean, like, he led his team into the playoffs. Great defense, obviously. It was not him exclusively. But last year, still a relatively decent year for the Pats, minus Tom Brady. I want to see him under Bill O'Brien. And see if he can go back to his first year form, where he was a game manager, made good decisions, accurate, did his thing. I'm feeling like Mac Jones lives in the prove it deal. Right in the prove it tier for me, right here.
I don't disagree. I think he definitely needs to take a step. Okay, that's a little bit
elite. And delusional Patriots fans like elite.
I want whatever that guy is smoking. Yeah, I think we definitely need to just go. Let's prove it. I think it's a good. Yeah, I like that. I think let's see if he can bring back his first year. Into his third year.
Let's do it. Prove it deal. There are quite a few quarterbacks on the prove it deal right now. We have Purdy, Mac Jones, CJ Stroud, and then Jordan Love on the prove it tier. Yep. Very few elites have been here so far, but I feel like we are getting close eventually. Trevor Lawrence.
I think you have to go great.
I think you do too, man. I think
the Jacksonville Jaguars are a playoff team right now. I think that with him, they're getting Calvin Ridley. We'll see how good. See if he still has his, elite wide receiver status. Because I mean, when Ridley was in Atlanta, he was absolutely crushing it.
Yeah.
Before he gets suspended for a whole year for betting probably $30 on DraftKings for a leg parlay. Some bullshit like that. You know what I mean? Like, this is ridiculous, dude. But that's besides the point.
Yeah.
But,
$30 parlay on the WNBA or something.
Yeah, whatever. But that first round of the playoffs, they were down like whatever it was like 21 points, 24-0, something like that, 27-0, and he comes back and wins the game. And he threw 5 picks in that game and comes back and still wins that game.
Yeah. That's an impressive resume right there, ladies.
Yeah, I mean, and and then they hit a wall when they got against Kansas City in the playoffs. So I mean, I didn't really expect him to win that game, but I tell you, I think you have to put him at great. I think Trevor Lawrence is coming into his own now.
Yeah, dude, you and I are on the same page. Justin Fields, Chicago Bears. Now, one thing I have been saying, like, I think he's talented. I do. Mm-hmm. But if I need to tune into ESPN, Fox Sports one more time, and if I see the Chicago Bears hyped up as much as they have been hyped up this offseason after going 4-13 last year, I'm going to go crazy. Granted, it was his rookie year. They're saying that he is like almost a shoo-in for beating Lamar Jackson's like rushing yard per season, like next year. I'm not the biggest fan of his accuracy. I don't think he's a good thrower of the football, but I think those are things that can improve over time. So I don't want to do prove it. I don't want to do good, but I feel like I have to decide between the two tiers.
I think you have to still say prove it. I want to see what he can do with his arm more. I want to see what you can do with his arm. Can he now? I mean, granted, he does now have an elite wide receiver in DJ Moore.
He does.
DJ Moore is an elite wide receiver, and I will fight anybody to the death on that because that man went through 5 different quarterbacks and still put up 1,000 yards each year. So, But that's besides the point. But you got Chase Claypool, who's mid, honestly, in my opinion. But you got Darnell Mooney, who I think is a good wide receiver. You got Cole Kmet. So I want to see what he does with his arm. I really do.
Prove it to us, Justin.
Yeah, prove it with the arm, much less the legs. I know you got the legs. Prove it with your arm for me.
All right, Josh Allen.
You got to go.
You already know where I'm putting him.
I know. I don't disagree with you. I mean, I think he's definitely elite.
Maybe.
I just need your offensive coordinator to stop playing hero ball.
Oh yeah, man. Like, and just stay away from the Madden playbook for me this year.
Exactly.
Okay? Yeah. That would be great. And like, just introduce a damn run game. And
Hail Mary on 3rd and 3 is not the way to go.
and when it's being successful, don't abandon the damn run game, you asshole. All right, keep it going.
Right. Oh, I don't care who's back there. I don't care who you got back there, but keep running the ball a little bit, give him some breathing room.
Yeah, dude, something. Daniel Jones, who's surprisingly faster than I thought. Like, dude runs a 4.6. You know that?
No, I know
Daniel Jones.
I remember watching
that.
I remember watching him in his Duke days, man. That guy, he was a mover, man. They kind of like back in his Duke days when he was playing at Duke, that people were comparing him in college football like almost like Tim Tebow like. But
all right, yeah, dude. Like Jones, man, I'm going good.
I would say good after this year. I mean, and it's definitely that's all Dable right there, though. I mean, Dable is just
he's the man.
He's the man. I mean, I've never seen New York go from basically ass to just straight playoffs.
Dude, it's the Dable effect, baby. Yeah. It's the Dable effect. We have a couple of people in here thinking that Daniel Jones is mid. Danny Dimes is good. I think DH was talking about Josh Allen. I definitely don't think he meant that Daniel Jones was elite. And then Michael, a Browns fan, who comes in quite a bit, says Brian Dable, a wizard. He's mid. So it's Dable plus Jones is good. Jones by himself.
Yeah, we have to put that in consideration a little bit.
Have to. Like, I mean, like, you are only as good as the tools that are provided. Mm-hmm. Kenny Pickett.
I think you still have to put him at prove it. I mean, he's basically only had 1 year. I mean, and he, I think he did. I don't think he did terrible.
No,
but he was
a rookie season.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I mean, he's all right. I mean, honestly, basically, at what I saw Kenny Pickett last year was what I kind of expected. Honestly, I mean, it was just he did some good things, he did some bad things. So, and there's going to be growing pains when it comes to a rookie quarterback. So, I think that you put him at prove it still.
Kenny Pickett, man, this prove it tier.
It's gonna be right now. There's so many new starting quarterbacks in the league. There's gonna be some prove it. A lot.
Yeah. No, there definitely has to be. Okay, Ryan Tannehill. Okay, for me, mid.
Oh, absolute mid.
110%.
Absolutely.
Mid. The king of mid.
He's on his way out.
Is Ryan Tannehill. Oh yeah, 110%. I think that that rookie they just drafted is going to be started by week 2, week 3.
Will Levis, yeah.
Levis is going to be it. I think Tannehill is mid. I think that's unanimous. The king of mid.
Yeah.
Ryan Tannehill. But like, dude, he's so frustrating. Like those couple of years where like he used to be all cocky. Like after Derrick Henry put up like 250 on the ground, and like he like made like a 5-yard completion. He was right, all cocky. Like sit the fuck down, bro. Yeah. Like who are you, man? Like dude's like getting an A on the group project and doesn't do shit.
Right. Yeah, he's like one of those guys who the professor's like, yeah, so we're gonna do a group project, but then he's the one guy that just doesn't do nothing and then pays everybody off.
That doesn't do a damn thing. Jimmy G, man. I'm between mid and good. He's on the Niners, so that's a handicap, I would say.
He's not on the Niners anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. Now he's on Vegas. But I'm saying
he's in Vegas.
So I don't want to put him at prove it because like that list is getting pretty tight. He's been in the league like long enough. Was it Jimmy G or was it the Niners? I'm gonna choose the Niners on this.
I mean, definitely the Shanahan system, definitely. So I I think you got to go mid, man. I really do. I'm not. I can't.
I got to go mid here too. I have to go mid. I have to go mid for Jimmy G. I have to. And so, I mean, I know that like most girls just be like, oh my God, what do you mean? Jimmy G. No. Sorry, baby. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
And so we put Joe Burrow in elite for you, sweetheart. Like that's the new heartthrob of the NFL.
Yeah. Even with the headband, man.
That's what, dude, look at that. All right. Now, we got your boy. We got your boy, dude, Bryce Young.
You just got to put. I mean, it goes straight to prove it, right?
Prove it.
He's a rookie. I mean,
yeah,
everything's there. He checks all the boxes besides his height, but other than that, can he prove that he was worth that first round pick?
I agree. All right. Yeah, this is gonna be clipped. Tua, from Miami. Tua Tagovailoa. I still can't pronounce that man's last name. I've tried a million times.
Dude, there's so many players in the league. I can't even pronounce those names correctly, and I'll say them like 500 times and still won't get it right.
Oh my God. Okay. So he's an accurate quarterback. I think he struggles going through his progressions. I think he's a one-read guy. I think that he has difficulty in staying healthy long-term, but I do see potential. I do see a ceiling. I hate that his team refuses to invest in protecting him in the offensive line. They will spend all this money on defense, on these crazy weapons for him, but as far as protection, that is the least of their concerns. I'm not going to put him mid because I think he's good. I would put Tua in the good tier. But can he play a full season?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not with him, man.
I'm not a Tua fan at all. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think
I have zero skin in the game. Tua's mid. Yo, we needed that.
I mean, I was gonna say put mid because I don't think he's that good. I think he's very accurate, but he just can't throw the ball past 45 yards to save his life. And he's injury prone. I'd say mid. I mean, if you're getting tackled and constantly having, concussions, you know.
The best ability is availability.
Correct.
That's one thing. Now, listen, Dolphins fans, say that you were to rewind. You would have heard me say that I wanted to put him in the good tier. It's not me. It's my guest. He's a Panthers fan, and then we had a Browns fan.
Clip this.
Yeah, so 2 against 1. That's why Tua is in the mid tier.
Dolphins fans, you can also clip this too if you want to clip me into it. I'm just letting you know now. I think y'all are going to beat us this year. So just letting you know that at least.
He's a Carolina Panthers guy. So that's
I predicted them to beat us this season anyway. So that's okay.
It's a delusional Patriots fan says new tier, injured reserve.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we should have done.
Yeah. We probably should have created a new tier. Jalen Hurts. Is he elite yet? I think so.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think
Jalen Hurts is elite. I do.
And I also think that even though he's got so many weapons and that defense, I mean, it's very hard for him not to be elite. And now if we took some of that away, I still think he could possibly be elite or around the good tier either way. So,
yeah. All right. Oh, man. I really hope Ryan's not watching this. Dak Prescott. This is another one where I'm like, good or mid, Dak Prescott. Where we at?
Honestly, part of me wants to say prove it, and here's the reason why. Make it to the Super Bowl. Win a NFC championship.
So and win more than one playoff game.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
win a playoff game.
Win a playoff game. Win more than one playoff game. So, I mean, I'm either putting him at just good or prove it.
Okay, since our friend is a very good Cowboys fan, we're going to put him at good. I feel like he's a stat patter, and so I feel like that like the majority of his numbers that come through each and every single season are like when his team's like losing by 2 scores, and he's just like trying to like run game completely disappears.
Yeah,
and like he just needs to shoot it downfield right to his receivers.
Yeah,
so that's it was a very hard decision. But I'm putting him at good.
I'm okay with that.
I love it. I love it. There's not many. Oh, I see a few people that I'm going to put at trash where I think people are going to be upset about this. But okay, Russell Wilson. Obviously, you can't knock the man's career down. Okay, we know that he has like that team 3. He has like, and so he has his own coaching staff that comes in.
Mr. Unlimited.
He's so corny. He is so.
It's
corny.
bad, dude. It's pretty bad.
He is so corny on social media. I'm gonna have to put him at mid, man.
I think you either put him at mid or prove it. I mean, I think can you be the same quarterback you were in Seattle? Or, mid. I mean, it's just like, here's the thing. It's like, Denver has weapons, man. It's like, and I don't understand. Like with Cortland Sutton, you had Jared Judy, you got that Iowa. I can't pronounce that guy's last name, the tight end that they have, but he's good. He's out of Iowa, which most Iowa tight ends are filthy. So it's like, it's like you have the weapons just to use them, but they did lose Jamal Williams last year, or not Jamal Williams. What's that running back's name? Javonte Williams. Sorry, Javonte Williams, and Javonte Williams is a 1,000-yard back every year, in my opinion. So I don't know. I don't think that matters, but you either got to put him mid or prove it, one or the other, because he's just not the same guy we saw before.
I'm feeling like mid where it stands today. I'm very excited to see what Sean Payton can do with this guy. But
sure.
I feel like mid is just where it is. DH agrees with me, saying that it's mid. Spin coming in saying that time he said let's ride is the most deflating way. Oh yeah. You remember that one press conference when he got his ass kicked by 3
Oh yeah, and he's like Broncos country.
He was like, let's ride. Just get upset. I was like, that poor man, he needs a hug, man. I was like, dude needs a hug. All right. Anyway. All right. Moving on. Oh, this is gonna piss people off.
Where are we
Kyler Murray.
Oh God, put him at mid.
Put him at mid, bro. That's what I'm saying. I never got the hype around this guy.
Mid, and here's the reason why he's mid. It's the fact of the matter is the guy's a terrible teammate. Number one, let's just go ahead and say that. Because it's never anybody else's fault on the team except Kyler says it's everybody else's, but not mine. And that's number one. Number two, he can't stay in the pocket to throw the ball to save his life. He has to run outside the pocket to get the ball out of his hands. So, and I don't like that. You got to have some kind of pocket presence, and he just doesn't.
Yo, listen, I'm moving in the trash, actually.
I'm okay with that too.
And so the trash tier is so low, and I'm not trying to give it to anybody that doesn't deserve it, but I feel like Kyler Murray deserves it. He is so he robbed the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, absolutely.
Of that contract.
Oh, absolutely.
I think Kyler has gone into the trash category.
Oh yeah.
For us, right then and there. The first starter in the trash category.
Yeah.
One of the two. Okay, so not quite a few. See if I'm missing any other starting QBs on this list as I go from left to right. Baker Mayfield, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Starting quarterback, was a Panther for a short time, was a Ram.
Dude.
And so is this our second trash in a row?
Yeah.
It's our second trash in a row.
I used to love Baker Mayfield, but then when he came to the Panthers and just after what I saw, and I've never seen, dude, it was like the SWAT team came through at the Carolina Panthers when Baker Mayfield started, because I've never seen so many balls get swatted down.
Dude, man, he's feeling dangerous. He should be feeling trash, because that's what he is. Yeah. That's where he is. He's in the tier list.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
We know where he's going.
Best quarterback in the league.
I put him at elite for sure.
Best quarterback in the league, Pat Mahomes, no question.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert, some don him as the social media.
Yeah.
The social media quarterback, but I like him. I do think he's overhyped a bit. And so I do see him always top 3, top 5 in the league. Great stats. Is it great for you?
I think he's great. I think Justin Herbert's great. I just think that I don't like their coach there at the Chargers. I think he's actually mid, honestly. I think if we're saying anybody's mid, it's definitely the coach.
Staley?
Yeah, I think he's mid. So, But I think Herbert's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Like maybe under some new tutelage, maybe he'd be able to really get that offense going. That, and it also doesn't help that like half of his team is like normally in a body bag by week 4, week 5.
Right.
That doesn't help either. They suffer more so from injuries. And so I would say it's the Jets and the Chargers that like they are just plagued with injuries every single year.
Oh yeah. I mean, he was plagued they had plagues on the defense and the offensive line. And I think sometimes also I feel like the Chargers, they try to get these other positions instead of protecting their franchise quarterback. And I think that's what Staley did a little bit too.
We'll see, man. We'll see. Aaron Rodgers won the MVP 2 out of the last 3 years. Not so much last year, but the stats that he did put up would have broken all-time records for the New York Jets. Fun fact.
Yeah.
Last year alone.
Yeah, I think you got to put him great.
I think you do too.
I think he's still great. I wouldn't put him elite. I mean, he did win an MVP, but it's just like, let's see what he does with the Jets. Let's see what he does with the Jets.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, I'm going to have to put Aaron Rodgers at great. Like, say this was 4 years ago, elite all day.
Oh, for sure.
No
Absolutely.
question. But we're talking about right now, 2023, Aaron Rodgers, that is where you are at.
But
all right. Okay, this guy I feel like is one of the most disrespected QBs in the league.
That's Jared Goff.
Jared motherfucking Goff, baby. I like the Lions. I'm high on the Lions this year.
I'm high on the Lions this year myself. I'm gonna put him at good for now. I'm not putting him at great, but I'm at good.
Good.
I want to see him prove it a little bit more. I want to see just a little bit more out of him. He's got 2 great running backs. You got DeAndre Swift and you got David Montgomery back there now.
Swift's on the Eagles now. He got traded.
Oh, that's right. He did get traded. I forgot.
Yes.
Thank you for reminding me on that. I totally forgot about that. But you still got David Montgomery. You still got some elite wire. It's got St. Brown. Dan Campbell, I think, is a very underrated coach. I think he's very good. I have the Detroit Lions actually winning that division this year.
Oh, yeah, by a landslide.
And I think that, and we'll get to, because I think the next guy we're going to talk about here,
you're seeing it.
Oh, yeah. And I'll tell you the reason why I think the Detroit Lions are going to win it.
Yeah. I think you and I can certainly agree on this. Kirk Cousins, baby.
Put him at mid. The guy is absolute mid. And he is going to take a step back this year because the only person he's going to be able to throw the ball to is either Justin Jefferson or TJ Hawkinson. They haven't re-signed Dalvin Cook yet. I'm pretty sure he's leaving. They did draft a wide receiver. I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was Zay Flowers, but I don't think it was. They're going to take a step back, and they lost a big time edge rusher on their defense. And Kirk Cousins mid anyways, man. Let's all be honest. Like, when it comes to big time games, that guy doesn't even know what a big moment is.
Yeah, like say that there was a mid off between Tannehill and Kirk Cousins. I'm not like too confident that I would be able to pick a winner. Really. That's fine.
Right. Oh, it was Jordan Addison that they drafted. Thank you. It was Jordan Addison. I forgot. Jefferson went to the Chargers. Yes.
That's it. Yeah. Got it. Beautiful. All right. We only have 2 more starting quarterbacks to get through, and then that would be our complete list. Desmond Ridder.
Please
trash.
Trash.
Trash. That's what I mean.
Well, wait. Is Taylor Heineke on there?
Heineke is. I missed Heineke. Let me see him.
I forgot. Heineke's going to be the starter.
Heineke is. Where is my boy? I can't believe Colt McCoy is on this list.
I don't even see Heineke on there.
No, he's here.
He's the Atlanta starter.
Oh, Heineke. Okay, Ritter. Get out of here. Where is my boy?
Is he not on there?
Is you seeing anything? You zooming in? Am I missing somebody right here?
I don't see Heineke. Anyway.
Like, not let somebody like accidentally put Colt McCoy as Taylor Heineke, because I see
I don't see him. It's all good. You can put Desmond Ridder for him instead, though.
Yeah. Desmond Ridder. Sorry, bro.
Yeah,
but,
trash.
All right.
What we got next?
Last but not least, as far as all starting quarterbacks are concerned, Derek Carr.
Mid.
Listen, man, I'm still a famous Jameis guy. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Deshaun Watson. Where's he at?
Where is Deshaun Watson?
Thank you in the chat for that.
Where the hell is Deshaun Watson?
Did they not put him in here?
Somebody, dude.
Who made this? Who did the tier thing and didn't put the game?
It was a public tier thing.
And they didn't put
it was public.
Deshaun Watson or Taylor Heineke in there.
Yeah. Like, who knows? But all right. We are gonna treat. Yeah, they have Teddy B in here. They don't have Deshaun Watson. Well, okay. One thing I would say about Watson is that he would be great, and so he would be great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, I still think Deshaun Watson can be great if he could just, keep his hands to himself.
And just don't let him near any masseuse parlors, and you're good. But as far as talent of the football, I think that Deshaun Watson, hands down, is. Everyone's sleeping on the Browns this year, man. Yeah. Everyone's sleeping on the Browns. Like, they're talking about the Ravens, the Bengals. Browns had a good offseason, and Deshaun Watson's going to have a full season.
And they just added that edge rusher. That's all who was talking about. I can't remember the guy's name.
Darius Smith.
Yeah, from the Vikings. So,
yeah, I mean, I have Myles Garrett and Zadarius Smith on that D line.
Yeah.
Dude. And Deshaun Watson, still have Amari Cooper.
Yep.
Pretty solid wide receiving core. Nick Chubb, solid offensive line. No one's talking about the Browns, man.
Yep. I'm telling you, I think it's this. Let's just hope. Let's see if Deshaun can come back to his Houston Texans days, and if he does, they're going to be scary.
Yeah. And then last but not least, I think we already decided that Mr. Derek Carr is mid. He's the king of mid.
Yep.
He's the king of mid. So, and then with Taylor Heineke, this is definitely Colt McCoy.
We're going to put him at trash.
Taylor Heineke, I'd put him at mid. Him at mid. There's been a couple of games where I thought that he did well. I definitely thought that they shouldn't have put Wentz out there after he got back. I mean, that Washington team loved to play for Taylor Heineke.
Oh, yeah.
And Wentz came out there and absolutely just took a shit.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to have to do it for this edition of Don Mafia Live. That was your QB tier list. Do us a favor, leave a comment if you joined a little later and you want to see our full breakdown of the QB tier list. This is Clay. He's going to be a regular guest on the show once we just attempt to entertain you for the off season. His channel is linked in my description, so if you want to show him some love, does a great job covering the Panthers and the NFL in general. And we'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. EST, baby.
All right, guys.
See you guys.
Peace.